Call the city council meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Alderman Knipe.
Here.
Alderman Coles.
Here.
Alderman Peisig. Alderman Shockey.
Here.
Alderman Subak. Alderman Talame.
Here.
Alderman Winger. Alderman Wesley.
Here.
Mayor Johnson.
Quorum being present, would you stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? May I have a motion to approve the minutes? Is there a second? Second. Any comments, corrections, additions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Opposed, motion carries. Bills, Alderman Coles.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the list of bills for July 6, 2006 for $313,636.62.
Second.
On the question?
On the question?
Alderman Knipe.
Yeah, on page 6, item number 1, it says International Conference of Membership Application. International Conference of what?
Chief, do you know the answer to that one?
I believe that's a conference fee for the international convention, which is going to be occurring in Boston in October. Registration fee?
Okay, because all it says is International Conference of.
Yeah,
All right, thank you.
Alderman Wesley.
Page number 3, it's called communication, maintenance for PD, and then the same account has another bill. Why is there two charges? Is that the two service?
Chief.
once again, two different services. One was an incidental charge for $60. The other one's a reoccurring monthly charge for the maintenance on the system. That probably incurred parts.
Okay.
It was outside of that.
Thank you.
Alderman Wesley.
One other question on page 1, the advanced press, the banners. Could someone tell me what those banners are for? Third item down.
Mr. Manager.
I believe that has something to do with special events. I'll get you the invoice on those. I don't have that with me right now.
That's
but
fine.
That's what they were for.
Thank you.
Anything further? Roll call.
Alderman Coles.
Yes.
Alderman Knipe.
Yes.
Alderman Peisig.
Yes.
Alderman Shockey.
Yes.
Alderman Wesley.
Yes.
Alderman Talame.
Yes.
That passes. Was there a second set of bills,
Yes.
or did?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the list of bills for July 20th, 2006 for $320,135.51.
Is there a second?
Second.
On the question?
Question?
Roll call.
Alderman Coles.
Yes.
Alderman Knipe.
Yes.
Alderman Peisig. Alderman Shockey.
Yes.
Alderman Wesley.
No.
Alderman Talame.
Yes.
That passes. Do any citizens wish to address the city council this evening? If so, if you go to the podium and give us your name and address, starting with Mrs. Hanson.
Condo at 440 East Montrose. I come this evening to make a request for additional street lighting across from our building. Over the course of the last year, we've had 5 incidents of vandalism to the west side of our building. We've had eggs thrown, paintballs shot as high as the 4th floor, hitting windows, the brick underneath the eaves, which is causing a lot of damage to our building. As the police come to file reports, they have all commented that that side of the building and that end of the street are extremely dark, which invite vandals to come and perform these acts. And so I'm coming to make a request that we add an additional street light, which would be across from the west end of our building. There is another street light closer to our east driveway, but this end of the block is extremely dark, and it's very difficult to see what's going on out there until the vandalism occurs.
That is certainly something we can consider. We do have a procedure in place for that. Mr. Holm will be happy to give you a copy of a blank petition, and if you can get a majority of the people in the building that would be in favor of it, if you can suggest a location for it and show that to Mr. Holm, then it would come before the council meeting first Thursday in August. Are we meeting third Thursday? And we'd take it under consideration at that time.
So I would need the majority of people in the building to sign the petition?
That's what we'd prefer, a
Okay.
majority of people, the homeowners in the affected area.
Okay. Okay.
Mr. Holm, perhaps you could go in the hallway and exchange phone numbers. Mr. Holm is Director of City Services. Mr. Davidson?
Mayor, council, guests, good evening. Thank you for allowing me these few minutes to speak with you. My name is Steve Davidson. I'm an attorney with the Operating Engineers Local 150. Also with me is Steve Karpowitz, one of our business agents with Local 150. As you all know, 150 represents many of the employees employed by the city of Wooddale. We've been negotiating for our first contract for, I believe it's been over 2 years. Okay, during the course of the negotiation process, the city has taken various actions which we have objected to, and we have filed unfair labor practice charges with the Labor Board. Some of those actions include changing hours of work for the employees unilaterally without negotiating with us over that change, threatening employees to encourage or entice them to sign a decertification petition, threatening other employees because they're wearing union insignias, and also freezing pay wages that the employees deserve. As these acts were committed, these alleged illegal acts were committed, we brought those to the city's attention via charges, and also I spoke before this council about, I think, a year ago or so. We offered to the city, or suggested to the city, that we should attempt to settle these. Settle the charges as well as the contract. One of the things that we found is those charges, as they're pending, very little discussion was had concerning those. I personally believe that the council believed that those charges had no merit to them. Well, just recently, the Labor Board, as I predicted a year or so ago, the Labor Board did issue a complaint on many of those issues. I have copies of that complaint. I know that your attorney, and I believe the mayor probably received service of those, but I'd like to, there's copies of that complaint that I'd like to distribute to the council. And the reason I do that is to demonstrate to the council that when we spoke before this council a year or so ago, and I professed that our claims were viable, again, I think that the council was somehow misinformed or did not understand that those charges were viable. Just so the council is aware of the process with the Labor Board, I was an administrative law judge at the Labor Board for about 5.5 years, so I know the process intimately. The process is the union or an employer files a charge with the Labor Board. The Labor Board assigns an independent, neutral investigator. That investigator makes a initial determination, seeks information from the union, asks for a position statement, does the same with the employer. That independent investigator then puts together a report assessing whether the claim is viable, whether the facts can be proven, and whether, if the facts are proven, if the city violated the law. After that, the board agent gives it to the executive director, who signs off on the complaint. The executive director, John Brosnan, reviews the charges, reviews the report from the board agent, and then decides, can the union prove its case, and if so, is it a violation of the law? Well, this complaint, again, establishes that if proven, if we can prove what's contained in that complaint, the city has broken the law. I would like also to point out the fact that we did not draft that complaint. Unlike in circuit court or federal court, the union does not draft the complaint, the board does, taking into account that process that I just explained. What this leads us to is probably a 2, 3, maybe a 4-day hearing at the Labor Board downtown Chicago. We also have pending arbitration, which is probably another 2, 3, 4 days. Some of those issues are substantially similar. Some of those issues are practically identical. The last time I spoke with the council, I suggested, why don't we get together, figure out how to resolve these issues, and get the contract done. Since that time, and particularly the last 2, 3, 4 months, we've negotiated, and I think those negotiations have been very productive. This is an effort to continue along that productive, efficient line to get the contract done. But I need to add that we've spent over 2 years negotiating this contract, and I don't know how familiar the council is with 150. We'll do whatever it takes within our legal rights to get a good, satisfactory contract that's good for the employees, but also has to be good for the city, otherwise you're not going to agree to it. So I want to reiterate that we'll do whatever it takes. If we can't get this resolved at the bargaining table, we're prepping for the hearing, we're prepping for the arbitration. I would rather continue along the path, get the parties together, myself and the city's attorney, and resolve these issues via negotiations. I'm hopeful that we can do that, but I encourage the council to think very long and hard on the positions that they're taking, and particularly in these next 2, 3, 4 negotiation sessions, so that we can resolve these and get this contract signed, ratified, and signed. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Davidson. We'll be discussing the matter later in executive session. Does anyone else wish to address the City Council this evening? I do have a couple written communiques. One is from Natural Juice Company, addressed to Dear Mr. Williams. Last week I spoke with you about the fee for vehicle stickers for 2006. My concern is that the fee has doubled from last year's fee. We have a fleet of 7 trucks, and this is a hardship for my small company. The sticker fee for just one truck is $200. This to me is an outrageous amount for a city sticker. I do not understand the decision for an increase, but I think the thought of how it would affect businesses was not carefully thought out. In 2005, we paid $555, and in 2006, the fee is $1,110. If you could get back to me concerning this matter, I would appreciate it. Signed, Carol Duffy of the Natural Juice Company. I have another letter from Holy Ghost Knights of Columbus, addressed, Dear Mayor, it is time again for the Knights of Columbus financial drive to support its program for the mentally handicapped. It's popularly known as the Tootsie Roll Drive, in which we solicit contributions and distribute Tootsie Rolls in the process. The drive this year is held on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, September 15th, 16th, and 17th, for which permission is being requested of you. As in the past, Knights would be stationed at intersections and commercial establishments in Wooddale. Should you require further information, please feel free to contact me. Sincerely, Gary Effort, Holy Ghost Knights of Columbus. And with a copy of the Wooddale Police Department, that one is also approved. I have another letter. I guess it is just addressed to the city at large regarding Dial-A-Ride. Dial-A-Ride is a service that Wooddale residents very much need. Many residents have no other means of transportation, and I feel the service should remain 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and $2.50 cost for a ride. $2.50 cost, and for a ride of 10 rides, $25. Taxpayers of Wooddale should receive some services, and the Dial-A-Ride has been a blessing for seniors and people who have disabilities and people who do not own vehicles. I will be affected by the change because I ride the bus at 2:40 p.m. every day. Excuse me. If the time is changed, it will take me 1.5 hours to get home. The service should remain the same. Signed, Doris Tessier, Tessier. And I want to remind everybody the next Sounds of Summer concert, July 25th, the Retro Rockets at Franson Grove. Also in the mayor's report, I want to thank the Wooddale Police Department with an assistance of the Wooddale Fire Department during the power outages. As many of you know, about a quarter of the town was involved in that on the northeast quadrant, and then sporadically throughout the town, and most of the industrial area was out. The Wooddale Police did an exemplary job. doing a reverse 911 call to the residents, seeing if there were any problems. They went door to door, assisting people as needed, and those on special disability life support that were operating on battery backup at the time, they went to their homes personally and made sure that there were no problems. So my compliments to the chief and to all the officers that were involved in that. The city of Wooddale thought it would be a great idea to get the residents, some of our businesses, and some of the other governmental agencies involved in the Adopt a Sign program. The concept was that we have these nice signs at the entranceway to our community, but they needed a little extra landscaping. And to promote creativity, we left it open to the people how they should do that. And we had, I think all the signs ended up being adopted, and we would like to hand a certificate out to those people that are here today, beginning with, I see, representatives of the Wooddale Park District. See, they're sending up the guy who did the work. In fact, you want to talk a little bit about what your sign was and what you did? I understand. I didn't get a chance to see it other than when it was on construction, but I understand you guys did a great job. Congratulations to you. Thank you. Wooddale Homeowners Association. The Wooddale Historical Society. Want to come on up? Are you a little more talkative? You want to talk about what you did, which sign you adopted, and what you did?
Well, Judy, Ryan, and myself, on behalf of the Historical Society, put in 12 Stella Dorio daylilies on Irving Park near Edgewood. Edgebrook? Nope, Edgewood. And that's about it. We enjoy doing it. They seem to be thriving.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And a small token of our appreciation.
Thank you.
Next, we have Terry and Tracy Sapochi. Not here tonight. We'll make sure that they get theirs. Dorothy Cusera, family and friends, it says. Do you want us to tell us a little bit about what you did?
Like all good gardeners, we're always excited to be able to plant anything that will grow.
We also have a train station, and we have a few other locations we can suggest.
The one we did is on Addison Road, just as you exit Addison and come into Wooddale. And again, as all gardeners know, it's the second and third year that it really looks great. Thank you.
Congratulations to you. Hartman Landscaping, I don't think I saw a representative of them here tonight. We'll give them their certificate. Georgetown Management, I didn't see a representative there. And let's give a round of applause to everybody who participated in the program. Thank you again for participating in that program. At this time, I'd entertain a motion to recess. Okay, not ready?
She is here. Okay, that's fine. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't see her.
To recess the city council meeting and to call to order the Economic Development Committee to accommodate the guests that we have here tonight. May I have a motion to recess the city council meeting?
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Okay. No, you don't have to leave. I mean, hopefully this isn't gonna take that long. I may feel. No. Okay, I'd like to call the Community and Economic Development Committee to order. Roll call, please. You can take that. Thank you.
Knight.
Here.
Alderman Cole.